Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Well, I got some news here that come from Fox News, uh, taken from Associated Press, and they have to do with Mariupol steel factory, which, according to the Ukrainian forces, the Russian military is storming. So this article is from May 3rd, 2022, and this is the title: Russian military is now storming Mariupol steel factory, Ukrainian forces say. So Ukrainian forces at the Azovstal steel factory in Mariupol said Tuesday that Russia President Vladimir Putin's military is now storming the complex. Um, it says here that Ukrainian forces at the Azovstal steel factory in Mariupol said Tuesday that Russian military is now storming the complex. Okay. The move comes almost 2 weeks after President Vladimir Putin ordered his military not to storm the plant, but rather block off the last pocket of resistance in the besieged Ukrainian city. Asked about the reports in Ukrainian media that the plant was being bombarded, Sviatoslav Palamar, the deputy commander of the Azov regiment that is held up there, said it is true. Vladimir, so being bombarded, said here Palamar. He said, yes, it is true. Vadim Astafey, a Russian deputy minister spokesman, said Tuesday that Ukrainian fighters held up at the plant came out of the basement, took up firing positions on the territory and in the buildings of the plant. Astafey said Russian forces, along with rebel forces from Donetsk, were using artillery and aircraft to destroy these firing positions. Mariupol Mayor Vadim Boychenko said earlier Tuesday that more than 200 civilians are still at the Azov factory following United Nations assisted evacuation efforts there in recent days, according to Reuters. The Associated Press contributed to this report. Okay, well, it seems like the Ukrainian fighters from Azovstal, I don't know, for whatever reason, they came out from the catacombs, from the basements, and placed themselves in the firing positions. And then it seems like the Russians started bombarding them using artillery and other stuff. It's just um, this seems to be the um, how the things occurred. And it says here that, let me read again. So the fighters hold up at the plant, like hold up at the plant, and now I'm citing, came out of the basements, took up firing positions on the territory. I don't know what territory is, and in the buildings of the plant. And then Russian forces, along with rebel forces from Donetsk, were using artillery and aircraft to destroy these firing positions. I don't see any other piece of information on this. And they said that 200 more civilians are held up at the plant in the catacombs. Um, why didn't they go? Why didn't they come out? What's so complicated? It's been what, 3 days? I mean, this is the third day. Over there it's already late afternoon. So you had 3 days at least. You have Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, and to come out. If you came out, well, what about 150 or whatever you came out already? What's up with the other ones? Why don't they come out? What's the situation? They want to see what's happening with the first group that came out. Nevertheless, United Nations over there for civilians, if there's over there to do something at all, and if the Russians let them, because it's up to the Russians to leave the United Nations go over there. United Nations has no, what are they going to do? Putin agreed to United Nations to come over there and get the civilians. I'm pretty sure the deal is only regarding the civilians, not the military. The military over there, the fighters will not come out without these without big concessions from the West. Um, it's not going to be anything like that. Those fighters will come over there either dead, and if they come alive, they come out alive, fighting, which will result in their death, being surrounded, and then if they surrender, then, as I said many times, and I keep saying, we're gonna find out who are the fighters, and maybe there are some mercenaries, maybe there are NATO officers over there, maybe not. But I'm very curious to see, because the whole thing is the media, it gives this issue too much attention. That's one thing. Then Zelensky is so, you don't hear anywhere else about things like this, but this Azov plant is so important. And Azov battalion, now they call it regiment, and they call it, I saw another article, they call it National Guard. Well, National Guard, so they ran away from the initial name of the group, which is Azov battalion, which obviously, which was associated with certain ideologies that are extreme ideologies, and now they try to, and then that battalion was incorporated in the Ukrainian National Guard, in the Ukrainian army, under the National Guard, a little branch. And now, yesterday, Zelensky came out and said, no, Azov battalion or Azov, no, they're not, no, those people from the extreme. No. Some of them, but they just disappeared. And that's their personal opinion. That's why I said, that's their personal opinion, but that's not a lot of them. No, there's not, no. And then besides, we incorporated in the National Guard, so now that's part of the Ukrainian military. So what was the logic? It's like I say, okay, now the Wehrmacht has the SS Truppen incorporated. Okay, so what's the deal? SS Truppen are not anymore what they are, not just because they were on the paper. Now you are fighting parallel with the Wehrmacht, because the SS had its own troops aside from the Wehrmacht. Yeah, they are put in the first, on the front and so on, but they're still the SS. So the same here. Azov battalion is not. Oh, we incorporated, we put them in the National Guard. There's not them anymore. I mean, for people who were born tomorrow, maybe that works, but not for us, right? Nevertheless, you don't surrender. What do you expect when you come out to put in a shooting position? You're going to fight. We're going to fight you. If you come without weapons and with a little white flag, or with your arms up or hands up, then, according to the Russians, and you have the United Nations over there, observers, I don't think the Russians will mow you down right there in front of them anyway. Well, we'll see. Yeah, don't fight. I mean, fight, but then you should expect a response from the Russian military. Thank you for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.